everyone. Welcome to the AllBrands Show with me, your host, Courtney Dowdett. Today, we're going to go over edge-to-edge quilting, and I'm going to be using my brand new Aveneer. I will get any chance to play with her, let's be honest. So, just a quick hello. If you've never watched this show before, we are live right at this moment. If you're watching it Thursday at 3:30, we're live right now. And since we are live, we do like to do a little giveaway. So if you put in hashtag AllBrands in the comments, that's automatically going to enter you to win a $25 AllBrands gift card. So if you have not done that already, I know a lot of our people that watch regularly, I'm seeing those hashtag AllBrands, but I'm gonna say hi. Hi, Pamela. Hello, Debbie. Hello, hello, hello. Oh my gosh, you guys are all jumping in so fast. It's fantastic. Hello. So that is fantastic. I'm seeing this hashtag AllBrands, and that is great because that will enter you to win that $25 e-gift card. So I always like to remind you guys because sometimes I forget, and then our imaginary friend Lauren has to remind me. She's behind there being like, yes, I do. All right, so let's jump into it. So today we are going to be doing edge-to-edge quilting. Now, there are a few things that are, I would say, law with edge-to-edge quilting, and there's a few things that it's preference. Now, let's start off with our hoop. I personally really like to do edge-to-edge quilting with a magnetic hoop. Courtney, why is that? That's a great question. So I personally like magnetic hoops because edge-to-edge is a continuous design. And then you unhoop it, slide it over to continue that design. So that way your whole quilt can be done. I don't really like rehooping things. I'm not a fan of hooping and hooping and hooping every time. So if I could just do it with a magnetic hoop, that all I have to do is open up the magnetic hoop, slide it over, and then close back that magnetic hoop, it's much easier than having a traditional hoop that I have to unscrew and pop in and everything like that. Now, today I am using a dime magnetic hoop, which is this one right here. I do like Brothers magnetic hoops. They are fantastic. And the difference between those, I wish I had the Brother one with me so I could show you the difference. But the Brother ones have individual magnets. So depending on the size of it, depends on how many magnets there are, but there's individual magnets. I really like that because I feel like I can kind of shift things around a little bit easier than with the dime ones, which are one solid magnet. So this is one solid magnet here instead of the individual ones. This is fantastic. I do like this because the price point is really nice. So usually what I do, because remember, Courtney, not Brother, what I usually do is I'll get my biggest magnetic hoop I can get and maybe my smallest or my most used, like my 5x7, and then whatever my biggest is of whatever my machine can take. And then I get the rest of them in the dime ones because then I can get multiple different sizes and it's not crazy expensive. But I do like the Brother ones. So long spiel about hoops, but those are my preferences. Now, again, I have a dime one here. I think, what size are you? It's a great question. I'm not sure. Let's see. That's a big old hoop. So I have a huge one right here. Now, Courtney, you're using the Aveneer. Has Brother or Dime come out with the one, because that's an 18¼ inch hoop? Have they come out with a magnetic hoop yet for that? No, they haven't. But what I'm hearing is that there should be something soon. Not soon, not within the next few days, because I feel like you guys are gonna be like, she said soon. Not in the next few days, but I am hearing that they are trying to manufacture magnetic hoops in that big size. So we will get them, but for right now, I think the largest one that you can get is 16 inches, 16.1 inches. I think it's the largest magnetic hoop you can get in dime. I'm not sure about Brother. Lauren, our imaginary friend, if you wouldn't mind looking up and putting in the comments what is the biggest size that you can get in the Brother magnetic hoops, that would be fantastic. Lauren's like, oh no, that is a big old hoop. That is a big hoop. But think about it. The bigger your hoop, the less times you'll have to rehoop to move it over. Because if I've only got like a 5x7 hoop, then I'm going to only be able to do that area. So I'm going to have to rehoop and move, rehoop and move. But if I've got this big of a hoop, I can stitch out this whole area and then only have to rehoop less times, which is fantastic. And I was looking at some of the designs on the machine because, yes, I've already been doing it and it was really fun. I was looking at them and most of them take like 4 minutes to stitch out. So think about that. You could actually edge-to-edge quilt over your whole quilt in a lot less time. And then you have the big hoop. So that's even saving you time. So I love doing that. Now, I do like to do free motion quilting with mine, especially with the Intelligent Stitch Regulator that's new for the Aveneer. I love doing that. But if I just want to be quick, and maybe I have a bad habit of piecing quilt tops together, and not finishing them. This is a good way that I can kind of convince myself to go ahead and do them a lot quicker. Yes, Kenley, you are correct. It is 10.5/8, but nope. For the Aveneer, it's bigger than that. That one is probably Lumi. Let's see, bigger hoop, make it so much quicker. I know, it's fantastic. I absolutely love it. So let's go ahead. And so for the dime hoops, there's this little plastic bit that is right here. And it kind of just keeps the magnets away from each other, so it's easier to open. Now, I am looking around, and I think I see it over there. Gosh darn it, I should have grabbed it for the show. There's a thing called a jumbo hoop guard that you can put in between, and it's made so that way, like we put it over here, and we're embroidering, and our fabric over here doesn't accidentally get into our area that we're embroidering on, because how many times has that happened to us? So the jumbo hoop guard is a little metal piece that actually goes in between there, and it keeps it from that. But I use it as like a popping locking mechanism where it pops up, so that way my fingers don't have to come near here where that that really strong magnet is. Now, right now I'm playing with it, and you see I'm fine putting my fingers there because that's plastics here. But once I remove that plastic, and now it's metal to magnet, I'm not putting my fingers anywhere near that. So usually I like to keep the little plastic bit that goes in there just for that. But if you have lost it or you didn't even think about it and you threw it away, totally fine. The jumbo hoop guard, again, I use it to open and close. It's like a hinge to open and close my hoops, so that way my fingers don't go near that. All right, so I've got some fabric here. I've got some bottom fabric, some batting, and then some top fabric on here that I've kind of just cut and laid together. There we go. Because yes, I do all three pieces. Now, Courtney, could you just do the topper? Yeah, you could. But I kind of like the idea of seeing it on the back. Now, if you're a quilter that likes to do two different ones, totally fine. You don't have to do the whole thing. But usually after I'm done piecing, I take that whole quilt sandwich and I put it in a magnetic hoop and go row by row, it's section by section, and just getting it all done. It's fantastic. So I'm going to go ahead and get my hoop ready. Pull that back. So my slider right here. Oh, and I did see some questions on the last Aveneer video, and I just want to answer those real fast. Someone asked me, Courtney, do I have to buy new hoops? So if I have the dime hoops that worked with my luminaire, do I need to buy new ones for my Aveneer? No, you don't. If you want to, sure. But any of those slide-on hoops that worked for your Aveneer or the Stellaire will work for your Aveneer. So you're fine. You shouldn't have to buy new hoops for that. They will go ahead and transition over if you wanted to do that. All right, so I'm going to take my quilt. There we go. Oh my gosh, it's so easy. It's so much easier. All right, there we go. Now, they did add some additional edge-to-edge designs. And so, okay, see where where I slip in. I'm gonna see if I can see that. There we go. See where I slip in right there? Usually what I do is I'll butt it up to there like this so I can feel it right here. And then I just go, that's easy. And then smooth it out a little bit. Fantastic. And she's ready. How easy is that? So after she stitches, all I have to do is just slide it on over, and then she works out great. So I know some people, they like to like hold it like this and then slide over, because then it can still slide. It's 100% up to you. I usually I do pop the top off and then slide, because I use, and I'll show you how I do this, I use my projector to realign things. Yes, you have a camera and you can absolutely do that. Or if you want to be really cool and like eyeball it, or the laser point, you could totally do that. I use my projector because I cannot eyeball things to save my life. So the projector and me are best friends. So I usually line up my edge to edge with my projector, and I'll show you guys how to do that today. All right, so my hoop is done. That was exhausting. I'm exhausted, I tell you. It took me forever to do. You're like, Courtney, you're 10 minutes in. That it took you 2 minutes. No, most of that is me talking. All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to switch camera angles, not to that one, to this one over here. All righty. So we're going to go ahead and wake our machine up, and I'm going to block some of that light. There we go. All right, so we're inside of our Aveneer, and I went ahead and I selected embroidery. And now, okay, I do want to play around just for a little bit, if you don't mind. So right here are some beautiful designs, and we will be going there in a minute. But I really do want to talk about these designs right here, because no one ever plays with them, and I play with them a lot. And I actually stitched out this one, and I had so much fun, but that one is my next on my goal. Now, these are really large designs that actually get split up. So you see the big design there, and it splits it up. but it does it in a way where you can join them together, and it's pretty much kind of like edge to edge, where you just unhoop, slide over to make a really, really long design that's even larger than the largest hoop that they have. So that way you can embroider much larger things. I love these split designs. This one was on the previous luminaire. These were not, and I really, really love them. Oh, this BU one was on the luminaire and it was really pretty. All right, so I do like talking about this. I know, they're fun. Then they, of course, have the long designs, and if we have time, maybe we can stitch out some long designs where the threads go really, really long, and it's a really cool effect. All right, so let's go over here. They changed it up a little bit of how they sort out the designs. You can actually slide over. Now, something that I saw, people were like, oh, there's only these many lace designs. Guys, slide over, because there's actually multiple. So like letter 2, and then where is it? I think it's at the 3D lace 2. So there's 2 different areas that you can get a lot of these designs. So don't feel like that's only a few of them. Scroll through, because there's like multiple of them. All right, so I want to come for what I want to do and go to quilt. And then here are some of my edge to edge designs. Now there's some right here. And then if you scroll down to the bottom, there are some at the bottom that we're kind of familiar with, like this one right here. I think if you've had a luminaire, most of us have stitched out this design. But let's go up to the top so I can show you some of them. Love this one. Let's see if I can block that light. There we go. Love this one. It's absolutely adorable with the little bitty bunnies. This one's really cute. Little snow cone for summer. Little fall one with the acorns. I really like that one. All right. We have a Christmas one. This little bear one, which I thought was really neat, because they actually have it in 2-tone colors. So that little green and all those little bits are going to be done in a separate color, which I thought was really neat. We have this one, the palm leaves. This one, the tea. Love that. And again, the 2-tone color. I think that's awesome. Okay, if you're my niece, Angela, yes. And Courtney is going to make you this little cat one at the bottom. So I am going to do that for her, because I know how much she would absolutely love that little cat one. Oh, did it show you? I feel like this camera froze. Sorry about that. Let me switch you back. There we go. The camera froze. Sorry. No one warned me in the comments. Come on, guys. Just gonna. There we go. So I love this little cat one that they have. I think that's precious. So I am going to make my niece the little cat one, and she's going to love it. I mean, it's adorable. That cat has a bow on him. Like, so good. So the one I want to do today is the bunny one, because I'm already in spring in my head, okay? I'm a gardener. I'm already getting there in my head, okay? So I want to do that one. So I'm going to go ahead and set at the bottom, and then she's going to position it on there. Now, we do have our projector that we can project on there. Absolutely can do that. But I do want to show you something that I personally do. So I'm going to hit embroider at the bottom. I'm sorry if you guys cannot see it out of the frame. So I'm going to hit embroider at the bottom, because it's a pet peeve of mine. I usually come down here to this icon. It's a needle with a square right there. And I'm going to tell my machine where to start. So right now it wants to start over here. It thinks that that's a great idea. I don't. I actually want to start right here where the first thread is, because that's where I'm going to connect this other area to. So I'm going to tell it to start on the side. And then you saw how it moved my needle there. Now it knows that's my actual starting point. You don't have to do that, but for my personal preference, I do like to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. And then she's ready to go. Again, I can project it on there if I wanted to. I do, because that's how I line things up. Personally, it's fantastic having a projector. And with the new Aveneer, we now have a 5x8 projector, where the luminaire, we had a 3x5, which still was great. But now I can see much bigger areas, and I love that. So, all right. So let's go ahead. We're going to put our big giant hoop. The throat space is actually bigger too, so I can like roll up my quilt easier. All right. There we go. And I do have my my back table on there. It came in the box with your machine. It's that little small table that attaches to the back, which is an 18¼ is such a gigantic hoop that they gave that additional support to help with that big hoop, and that is fantastic. There is a wide table that can go on there as well. It goes around the small hoop, or around the small table, because I saw questions being like, do I have to take that off? No, it does fit around it. All right, let's switch back. Fantastic. I'm just going to get my fabric out of the way. So that way when I scoot it over, I'm good. All right, awesome. So it's going to tell me, hey, the carriage is moving. There we go. All right, looks good. I have some red thread in there right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and I am gonna turn the projector on because I love seeing the projector. And I'm hoping that it will play nice where you guys can see it as well. All right, do we have techno? Are we techno on the screen? A little techno. But do you see that? How cool is that with the Easter egg? That is so cool. But the nice thing is I can actually move that projector wherever I want. So that way I can see, oh, okay, this is fitting right. This is fitting where I want to. And again, it comes in really handy whenever we re-hoop for the next part of it, that we know things are lining up and the needle is starting where it's supposed to. Now, if you notice right here on that projection, that's something a little new for us. We can actually use our pen to select on the projection itself that we want to change anything, change colors, change movement. I have a black background right now, and I could change it to a different color if I wanted to. Now, I did not put a battery in this pen. Why didn't you guys remind me? So make sure you put a battery in your pen, and you can actually click on it to do that. So I need to do that one of these days. All right, everything looks great. I'm gonna go ahead and hit return, and it's gonna turn my projector off. There we go. Everything looks great. I'm gonna go ahead and put that foot down, and green means go. Look at her go. Now, Courtney, that's fine and dandy, but that design was in the machine itself. It wasn't something that I brought in. Can I bring in my own edge-to-edge designs and bring them in? Absolutely you can. And then you can still use the projector to line them up. Well, Courtney, what if I don't have a projector? Well, then a lot of times I know they'll give you paper patterns, and you can actually put them in there, and that it helps with your alignment. So you put them in there, kind of sort it where you want it with the paper pattern, and then you can stitch out. How good is that? How easy is that, right? I love that. But the nice thing with the projector, so say I wanted to make sure that my edge-to-edge design started in a certain area, if there was a design on here and I wanted to make sure like if the bunny landed in a certain area, I can absolutely do that. But look how big this area is. It's going to do this whole area for me. How amazing is that? And I'm going to have to rehoop and move over and move over. If you're doing a baby quilt, you can do that in 30 minutes tops. If you're doing something much bigger, then yeah, it's going to take a little bit more time. But this is so easy. And I'm sorry, but if I'm doing free motion quilting, do you think I could make a bunny? No. All right, let me answer some questions while she's stitching out real fast. Oh, Lauren, you fantastic woman. She's highlighting things for me. All right, is there a way to add more edge-to-edge patterns? Yeah, absolutely. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. We love her. Oh, Lauren, remind me. I'm trying to remember her name. Oh my goodness, I've bought so many of her patterns. Lauren, do you remember what I'm talking about? Yeah, you can absolutely bring in Emily Scott. That's who I'm thinking of. Emily Scott has tons of amazing patterns, and I love them, and they work so beautifully. So I highly recommend Emily Scott's. Lauren, if you could link some in the comments, that would be great. So we love that. Did I run out of bobbin thread? I ran. All right. That's totally okay. Oh, I should have checked the bobbin before we started. Oh, darn. Let me switch. What is it the saying, like, may your bobbins ever be full and stuff like that? That is fantastic. All right, let me switch. Let me switch them out. Let's see. Okay, I know you're knocking at me. So fantastic. Love being able to do that. Let me unhoop her. Now, something that when you unhoop that I'm really bad about is I like to pull it. Don't do that. Don't pull it. Like, hold on to the arm when you're unhooping. So that way you don't have it sliding. And, oh, I didn't cut my thread. Ah, I messed it up because I didn't remember to cut my thread. Why didn't anyone warn me? All right, let's see. Oh, I messed it up because I didn't cut my thread. Oh, goodness. I forgot to load my bobbin and I didn't cut my thread. I am really winning at life on that one. There we go. And it doesn't want to come out. I might have to turn it off. Oh, I can't believe I messed it up. That's fine. It's not hard to do. All right, we're going to let her restart. Oh, I can't believe I did that to myself. Story of my life. All right, let me answer some questions while she's rebooting. Let's see. Does the Aveneer have auto quilt sashing on it? Auto quilt sashing. Where it's got like templates that it shows you, or that it wants to see it and then fill in. Let me know which one you mean. Fantastic. Let me go to the starred comments. Oh, ETC, you're a new member of our membership group. Fantastic. I hope you enjoy. We get to do a live every Wednesday. And actually yesterday, you guys were at my house for a snow day because I was snowed in, and I didn't want to leave you without a live. You know what? This is going to be a fun moment to show you of me putting the projector on there and getting back to my stitch where I was originally. All right. Thank you, machine. I cannot believe I forgot to do that. I'm kicking myself. All right. Oh, she said recall to resume previous memory. Okay. Thank you. I love it. Okay. Fantastic. Now I am going to cut it real fast because I need a refill with the new bobbin. So right here in my drawer, I have pre-filled bobbins that I like to use for my machine. Now, again, Courtney, not Brother, I'm pretty sure they probably recommend using Brother bobbins, the certain one. I personally like, Brother, don't come at me. I personally like the Filtex. These are 13305. That's what I use on my Brother machines. Okay. So it's Filtex 13305 poly white class 15 clear white. That's what I like using, and it is fantastic. So I just have a huge box that sits right by my machine, so that way I can fill them in really quickly. Alrighty, just gonna go ahead and pull her out. Thank you, machine, and just slide her to the back because there is that extension table back there, and that way I can get to the bobbin and just switch it out. Oh yeah, it had nothing in it. Lauren, start reminding me to fill the bobbin. How many times has that? I keep the empty ones. I keep those. Okay, no judging. I do because I can't throw them away. All right, I'm gonna pop the other one in there. That is so funny. That would happen to me. All right. So I'm gonna put this hoop back on because she did go ahead and go right to where she stitched out last. Let me just move the camera so you guys can see. All right. So she did restart where I had the stitch out last, which is so fantastic that you can do that. And I'm just going to put my hoop back on. Okay. And even though she started where the last one is, I'm still going to use my projector to make sure that it's in the right area. All right, there we go. Let me just sort out my fabric real fast. Okay. Awesome. All right, now I have a little long thread because I did that. I'm going to stitch that off. There we go. All right, and we're going to hit that projector. Ooh, if I hit return, it's going to bring me right there. I think I'm pretty on the nose, though. If you look, let me zoom you in. I need to pull out my fabric a little bit more. I'm pretty much on the nose of where it's supposed to be. I'm just going to lay it out a little bit better. There. All right, I'm pretty on the nose. Now I could go back 1 to 2 stitches. Let me zoom you out. Sorry if I'm giving you motion sickness. So I could select this right here to go back a few stitches, but I think I'm good. All right, let's see. Am I going to regret this life choice? Maybe. Oh, let's see. I switched my bobbin. Let's see. Okay. Oh, see, she has nothing to do with it. She's like, no. Do I need to go back a few stitches? Maybe. Let's see. Let me switch camera. All right. Let's see. Okay. Let me see. Can you turn her off? Oh, I cannot wait till they do that update. Do you want me to talk about the update? Because I will gladly talk about the update. All right. She didn't like that I turned her off mid-thing. The update is going to happen in a few days for that Aveneer. And I think I need the update, which mine was the first round that came out. Literally the first round. I have number 41 out of 1,000 of the limited edition. So she was first round to come out. So that update, we were waiting for that update to fix a lot of this. And I've seen a lot of comments of people being worried that the Aveneer is acting up. I'm sure that update's going to fix it. I'm not worried. I've been talking to the engineers. It's like minor things that they're waiting on. There we go. There we go. So I'm just listening to my machine and doing what she wants to do. I love that you want to play right now, but earlier you were doing just fine. There we go. All right. She's back. Welcome back, honey. All right, let's see. There we go. Oh, there you go. All right. Put my hook back on. Looks like your carriage is moving. Oh, I had her too close to the wall. Sorry. There we go. Oh, she's not one to do. Let's see. I think I scared her hitting her on the wall. All right, there we go. Well, all right, we're restarting her again. All right, while she's doing that, let me answer some questions in the comments. How are we 26 minutes in? Dear goodness. All right, let's see. Joanne Banco, hey, keep in mind the engineers at Brother are perfectionists, and that's a good thing. I know, right? Let's see. Linda said, wish I could get an update for my brain. Girl, you and me both. Did you lock the hoop? Aaron, did I? Aaron's like, girl, did you look that hoop? Let's see. All right, let me see. All right. Remove the embroidery frame. Okay, I didn't, but I think I didn't right after that happened. Did I lock it? Now you have me terrified. Did I lock it? All right, let's see. Let me switch cameras. There we go. All right, she's coming back. Maybe she just does not like this one. Okay, I'm not going to resume because she didn't like that. I'm going to come back into the design and grab it again and then just go to that stitch. Fantastic. All right. And if I go to the projector, is she going to project right on the money again? Let's see. We're going to see in real time. She's not. Okay. So I don't know if you can tell. She's a little bit off. So I'm glad I did that because if I would have stitched out, she would have been in the wrong spot. So I'm going to go ahead and move it so that way it lines up better. Haha. Glad we thought to use the projector. Oh, I went over too far. Okay, go up a little bit. Up a little bit. I keep wanting to hold down the button to make it go faster, and it's like, girl, be patient. let it go a little bit at a time. Well, I'm going to zoom you guys in so you can see better. So I'm actually using the projector to line up where that egg is. Okay. I'm getting closer. There we go. You guys are seeing that at a weird angle. I'm looking straight on and we're so close. How cool is that? In case you have to like change it up and for some reason it pops out. All right, that's pretty on the money. I know it looks like it's a little high, but that's because you guys are at a side angle. But looking at it in light, when like real life, it's right on the money. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit embroider. It's like, hey, your projector is gonna turn off. That's fine. All right, so fantastic. Oops, change to a larger hoop. Why is it telling me to change to a larger hoop? Did I up the size? I didn't think I did. Did I? And I have it locked down in there. Let me unlock and lock back. See if it tells me that again. Change to a larger hoop. What in the world? Gotta love being live, right? Let's see. Why is it telling me I have to change to a larger hoop? All right, let me shrink down the size a little. I didn't think I upped it. Okay. Let me check that projector again. Just want to make sure alignment. Okay, move it again. Okay, go down a little. Oh, you know what I really need to go to is over here to the bottom where it had stitched out. So I'm going to move my projector where I'm looking down here. This is what I want to make sure is lining up. That's what I want. Fantastic. Okay, so I need to move over a little. Up, up. Okay, perfect. All right, return. All right, and I'm going to add stitches so I can get to that area that I was originally at. Oop, it's gonna hit the camera. There we go. Oh, pretty close. Okay, you can see how dirty or how wrinkly my fabric is. No one needs to look down there. It's like the Wizard of Oz. No concern yourself over there. There we go. How neat is it just to be able to jump? All right, fantastic. All right, there she goes. And she's off. We love a good detour. No, we don't. Oh, like pretty much right on the money. That was impressive. There is two little threads I need to cut. That's funny. All right, so while she's doing that, I want to answer a few questions. All right. Oh, Lauren, you're so amazing starring things. Did you lock? I know, I didn't know if I locked it or not. My poor girl shut down on my own midlife of my embroidery project. Then I turned her back on, and she recalled the place of her project. Just must admit it was scary. Oh, I know, Deborah. It's terrifying. You're like, oh, but that's why I like the projector, because then I can line everything back up. Everyone's like, why do you always like Luminaire? They don't sound like that in my head. They're like, why do you like the Luminaire? Because I have the projector. I love the projector for relining things up, because you think I could do that by eye? No. No. Love the projector picture. I know. Waiting on my new toy shipping is backed up. Annie, oh, from your dealer? I know. Check with your dealer to always see if they have stock. I know AllBrands, we are fully stocked on the limited edition and the regular edition, but we're a bigger dealer, so, and we put in a ridiculous amount because we were very excited about this machine. Plus, I didn't want them to tell me I couldn't have it, because they were probably gonna be like, the customer has to have it first. I get it, but I wanted to make sure we had one. I love watching Courtney playing with the Aveneer. She makes me visualize it. And my sewing table, I know it's so fun. It is so fun. Which Barbara Jones at the event, at the Joy of Quilt event, you're done? All right. The Joy of Quilt event, you got to play with the Aveneer, and it was so much fun. Don't we love when she sings us a little song? How pretty is that? And with that batting in there, she's like plushy. I love it. All right, so she's finished, which is awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take her out like this and then bring her over to my table. So, all right, so I'm going to bring her over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take I know it feels crazy. You're going to take the hoop top part off, and I'm just going to take it. So I got my hands at the bottom of it and the top of it, and I just slide on over. I always think of that song, To the Left. Like, what is it, that line dance song? All right, so we slid her over like this. So I have this design still up on my machine. All right, I'm sliding her over. I leave about 2 inches or 1.5 inches of the previous stitch out on there. So making sure that that's still hooped. We're going to slide her over. There we go. I think that's good. Where's my bar? I like fill around. Maybe I could slide it over a little bit more. All right, there we go. And then again, smoothing everything out. Doesn't have to be perfect. All right, and we're going to fill where that top is, where it slides in itself. That's it. All right, making sure everything's lined up. They do have those hoop guards that you can put on there. I have not personally played with them yet, but that is something on my list of things to buy from Darm. All right, everything's in there now, and I'll show you on the other camera. Here we go. All right, so I'm going to re-hoop her, and if you notice, I left a bit of where it did stitch out right there, still within the area that I hooped in, so within the sewing area. All right, we're gonna put her back on there, lock her down. Erin, I locked it. I did. Erin's got me. Okay, she's got my back. All right, let me make sure nothing slipped underneath where we don't want it to be. There we go. Fantastic. All right, now that I have that, I'm going to go ahead and give you motion sickness, put that projector back on like that, and that way, what I want to do is I'm going to project this back on here, and I want to make sure that the first stitch starts right here. So this area is going to line up. So I'm going to move my projector over to that area, because that's where I want to make sure. Look, right now, ooh, okay, let me zoom in. So right now, I am like a hair's away from it. Let me scoot you back. Look at that. So that's where it's supposed to be. So I need to move my actual stitch out down a little bit. So that way it meets up. Oh, that's so good. I'm gonna actually move it a little over to the left too. Because I want to just have them like kissing barely. All right. Okay. A little bit. Let me show you an aerial shot because you guys are coming from the edge. Oops, sorry. All right, where is it? There it is. All right, you see how it's meeting up? But it's got like 2 little stitches where it's overlapping, not where I want it to lap. And I want them to like kiss where it starts. And see, that's why I change it, because I want my needle going here first, because I want to be able to meet those up very easily. All right, I'm gonna move over a little. And believe me, I could play all day trying to get things exactly where I want them to be. All right, I love how that's meeting up. I think it looks fantastic. I say that as I'm moving it more. All right, let's see. Let's go over a little. Okay. Are we thinking that looks good? I'm gonna ask you guys, because that way if I accidentally do it wrong, I'll be like, you guys, you told me that was lined up. It's looking pretty good, okay? It's looking pretty good. I feel like it looks good. But let me know in the comments. Oh, I went too far. Let me know in the comments. Left or right. Y'all just start directing me. Oh, went too far. I should have left it alone. It was good where I had it. I'm being bad. Let's see. All right, I think it needs to move over to the right a little. Okay. Let's see. Do you see how like I can move it little bit by little bit? But then I hold my finger down on that button too much and then it wants to go. See, I hold it down too much. All right, go up one. All right, I need to wait in between clicks. I'm so impatient. All right, that looks pretty good. Let me know. Do we move it more? Do we leave it alone and tell Courtney to stop touching buttons? Touch the button over. All right, I think that looks fantastic. I'm gonna move it over a little. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna hit OK. Okay, everything looks great, so I'm gonna drop my foot down. Oh, I might need to hit return because I'm in the projector one, Courtney. All right, let me zoom out. There we go. Okay, and it's gonna turn my projector off. Thank you, projector, you were a great assistance. Hit OK. All right, so everything looks great, everything looks wonderful. I didn't tell it to do the start point at the sides. I'm gonna do that real quick because I want it to start over there. Hit OK. All right, I don't know why. I have a habit of wanting to start in that area. It just makes sense in my head that that's where it needs to start. It needs to start in that area. Oh, okay. That's not bad. That is not bad at all. It had left a little thread, so I'm gonna cut that later. But like, that's not bad at all. Once I cut that thread, it's gonna be seamless, and you're not even gonna be able to tell where I started. Look at her go! That is amazing. Oh, that bothers me. I need to cut that little thread where it left like a little tail. Once I snip that off, you won't be able to even tell where it started and stopped. Oh, fantastic. How awesome is that? There she goes. All right, let me answer some questions while she's stitching out. All right, let's see. I'm determined to start answering more questions. All right, let's see. Late to join in Australia. Matt Aveneer is on his way to me. Congratulations. Let's see. Let's see. Da-da-da-da. Let's talk. There's nothing like playing with a new toy. I know, right? I'm living my life through this, Linda. I love it. Let's see. Thank you for taking the time to teach us all these lessons. You are absolutely welcome, Donna. I love doing this. This is so much fun for me. I'm just having a blast. I want this machine, maybe for Christmas. I know. Well, let me show you my face. So what I told my husband, John, if you're watching this, no, you're not. Okay, so what I told him, I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted by it. I had a luminaire I ended up keeping my luminaire. But originally I was like, hey, they do trade-ins at AllBrands. Like, we know this, we work here. Can I just trade in my luminaire and get an Aveneer? And he was like, okay, well, they give a good trade-in price. Like, yeah, totally fine. And then when I realized that I was going to bring Aveneer here to the studio, I was like, well, I need to keep luminaire at home. And I don't like traveling with my machines, even though we always give luggage away, or most of the time we give luggage away with it. So, that is so cool. Sorry, getting distracted. And so I told him, I was like, I need 2 machines for this. But usually what I do is I'll have my big machine and then I'll have a travel machine. So now I'm considering Lumi as my travel machine, and she sits there. He's probably like, why would I, what? Needs to know, John, needs to know. All right, let's see. My toys are coming from AllBrands. Annie, thank you so much for buying your machine from us. We really appreciate that. Guys, I don't know if you know, we really are a mom and pop small business. My mother-in-law started AllBrands in 1976. And her huge thing was about education, and she loved education and travel. She said education and travel are the most important thing. So I travel around and do an education, and now I do a lot of online education. And we lost her a couple of years ago, and now it's me and my husband and my sister-in-law, and sometimes my father-in-law that are continuing this on, and we are trying to do her proud. So thank you so much. We truly appreciate when you get your machines through us. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see. Close enough for prime time. I love that, Tracy. Let's see. Oh my gosh, you guys are great. Let's see. I would love the Luminaire 3, but I don't think they have any more new anymore. Yeah, they stopped manufacturing them. So we've been selling our, when someone trades in a Luminaire, we service it, and then we're selling them at a discounted price because it's not new. But we've been selling them, and we do like our demos that were on the show floors. Because I don't know if you guys know this, we have 8 stores. Oh my gosh, that's fast. We have 8 stores, so we've been selling those as well for people that wanted the Luminaire, couldn't get the Luminaire because they stopped making it. So good. We sell those machines now. So if you are near on AllBrands and you want to get a trade-in or a demo machine, go in because they do have them at a really good price. And I'm not allowed to say the price online because Brother restricts us. All right. The Brother's probably watching this like, Courtney. All right. I don't know if you can see because the studio lights are so bright. But like this whole area. Oh, I can show you on this camera. Ha! All right. There. How cool is that? Look at that. Do you think I could free motion that? No. How cool is that? And I left that little bit of that area right there. So that way I could meet them up like that. And so if I wanted to do it again, I'm running out of area because this was just a tester. I would just take that top off, slide a little over. Oops, going with it. Let me slide that back. But I would slide a little over, having that little bit of area right there, and then put that down there. And then I would just put my top back on and keep going, keep going, keep going. And it's great. Now, if you wanted to, so say we did the whole top part of our quilt and we wanted to go down. Now I'm running out of area. Again, this was just a play one. We could do that and then put a projector to make sure enough space was between this design and where it restitched here, and then go all the way down again. And it's flawless. I even like to nestle. So if you notice this area, let me see if you guys can see it good. So this area right here, right there, I like to nestle the next part of my design. So the little bit, let me hold you close. So the little flower right here, the bottom of him, I nestle into this area right between the ears. And I do it like that. So then it's like a continuous design. But how fantastic. We literally, I think that stitch out, what does it take? Let me see. I think it was 3 minutes. It takes 3 minutes to stitch that out, each section. So in 6 minutes, if I wasn't chit-chatting, we could have done this whole section and then just kept going. And I didn't need to watch it and play with it unless, you know, I forgot to put a new bobbin in there. My bad. But I didn't need to sit there and baby it. I can just, hey, every time it's like saying it's done, the little song, that's my rendition of it, then I go and slide over. And that's all I need to do. And then she's going to actually quilt the whole top of my quilt. And I'm sorry, but I would love a quilt. I'm not sorry, actually. I would love a quilt with this really cute little design. I think that's fantastic. That's so good. And it's continuous. Like this area and this area are 2 different areas that I sewed. And they just look like a beautiful continuous design. It's so good. I love it. All right, let me sit. And let me make sure I'm answering questions because I'm so bad about that. I'm sorry. Oh, Lauren, you fantastic woman. She is highlighting things for me. We love Lauren. Lauren is my imaginary friend that lives in the back. All right, let's see. Let me make sure I'm answering them. Oh, you guys are so nice. Oh, Tina, you are part of our membership group. So our membership group, just to talk about it real fast, is actually a membership that you pay for. I think it's like $5 a month, and I do an exclusive live with you every Wednesday, even from my house. And they got to see my backyard with snow in it. They're so great. Those are my people. All right, let's see. Did you pull the bobbin thread up? Did I? Kim, did I? Oh my goodness. No, I'm like second guess. I'm going to walk past this footage later and be like, that's what I did. All right, look, even I make mistakes. Me? Never. No, just kidding. All right, so real quick while I've got you guys, and some of you guys already know because you are fantastic and you're amazing and you follow us on different socials, but we did announce something very cool, and I have not announced it on one of the main shows. I did for behind the scenes because they know everything first. We did want to announce that AllBrands Academy is now live. If you guys have never been to an AllBrands Academy event, we actually do a 2-day event where we bring in really amazing educators and you do 2-hour classes and then you change to another teacher to learn another technique. And it's a 2-day class. So you take like 3 classes the first day and 3 classes the second day, and we feed you and you get to hang out and we do a bunch of door prizes and it's a lot of fun. So this year's educators, or for this round, are Jerry or there's 2 different dates. Let me make that clear because I feel like people are going to sign up for both dates. They're the same thing. They're just 2 different weekends to accommodate people because last time you guys sold out AllBrands Academy within a week. And I felt really bad that not everyone got to sign up. So we are doing back-to-back weekends. They are the same classes. So just so you know, you only have to sign up for 1 weekend. I did see someone ask, can I sign up for both of them? And I told her, that's your weekends. You can do whatever you want. You want to hang out with us again? You totally could. But the first weekend is March 28th and 29th. And this is in San Antonio at our San Antonio store. That store is humongous, and I get 6 classrooms out of that store. So we are going to have National Brother educator Jerry Granada, which is so cool. He's a wealth of knowledge, and he will be in there doing a class with the Aveneer. And I don't think I can say his project yet, but it's really cool. And then I'm geeking out. We're having Barbara Goldcorn. She is when I tell you the expert in serger, hands down, love her. She is fantastic. And she's coming to the event and I geeked out. I literally moved the Academy dates because I wanted her there so bad. So Barbara Goldcorn will be there and she will be on the L890s. And I don't know if I'm allowed to announce her class yet, but it's actually really cool. And you'll be making a bag, doing serger techniques, because I know a lot of you get scared and don't really want to go to serger. Sergers are your friend. Okay, they're your friend. And she's going to make you very excited to be around one. So we will have her. We are going to have Barbara Dowdett because we've missed Barbara Dowdett. We will have Barbara Dow there, and she will be on the Luminaires going over my design center, but also just teaching you really cool tips and tricks and techniques. We will have Courtney Dowdett, which is me. I will be there with, I do believe, the Stellaire and the Scan and Cuts, and we'll be talking about using your Scan and Cut and how those machines can talk with each other. But also, I want to show you things that you didn't think you could do on your Scan and Cut. So I'm very excited about that. We'll also have Tammy Carson on the multi-needle machines, going over multi-needles, but also showing you tips and tricks on those. And then we'll have Giselle Green. I can't believe I talked her into it. And she will teach you how to embroider on wood. That's going to be a huge class. I'm very excited. I kind of wish I could go sit in some of these classes. Like I would pay to come in some of these classes because these people know their stuff and it's going to be so much fun. But again, we do door prizes and we do giveaways, we do raffles. It's a lot of fun. If you've ever come to any of our academies, you know that we consider it a university, and we put you in sororities with your sorority sisters and brothers, and we have a lot of fun. So that one is March 28th and 29th, and then the next weekend we will have Jane Olson, National Brother educator Jane Olson will be there. So all the other educators except Jerry, we're switching Jerry for Jane. There we go. And she's fantastic. If you did come to last Academy, if you were there the weekend Jane was there or the weekend Jerry was there, they're both a wealth of knowledge and we absolutely adore them. So that one is April 4th and 5th. So like I said, same as the last event, we're just switching out the National Brother educator because we love hanging out with all of them. They're our friends and we love hanging out with them. But those 2 events, those are live now. Now, I'm going to be a sweetheart and I am going to tell you, We already have signups for the first weekend. It's going fast. So if you are wanting to come out to any of those, that's why we put out 2. Usually we put out 1, it fills up, we bring out the second date. We put out both dates, just go ahead, you know, people's schedules and things, but also they sell out so quick. We were like, just put them both out there, and then that way people can pick their dates and which Natural Brother educator they want to, because those are different, but everything else about those events are the same. So make sure you sign up for those. That just went live. Has it been 2 days? We accidentally released it a day early and I didn't say anything. And Barbara Jones, you amazing woman, you, I don't know how you knew, but she went and signed up, and she was the first person to sign up. So you are fantastic. And Jenny Owens, I saw you sign up, and a bunch of our friends sign up. So the sign up is already on there. Lauren, if you want to pop that in the comments, the link for those. But if you go to our website and go to major events, the events are on there. So that is allbrands.com. You go there. Main events right at the top of the page, and it will bring you to both of those academies. And I am so excited to get to hang out with you in person and teach. And we do them in a very different way than a lot of other people do, because I don't like team time, but 2, we do it in a smaller group. So you're actually in a group of 7 and you rotate, but then that way you're getting better one-on-one with the educator, whatever professor you're in their class, you get a little better one-on-one, and we have so much fun. So I am so excited to finally get to announce, because we have been wanting to announce it, that AllBrands Academy is live. So that is in San Antonio, Texas, if you are near that way. Now, before I even look at the comments, I know I'm going to get, Courtney, come do an academy over here. We are wanting to, believe me, I am wanting to go to the other ones as well. But that is the first one that is going live. That's the only one we currently have dates for. So if you are wanting to come out to one of the academies, make sure that you guys sign up for the academies, because those spots are going to go quickly. Oh, thank you, Lauren. She's fantastic. Those spots are going to go quickly, and we want to make sure that you get your spot, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Again, we feed you snacks, we do coffee, we do all sorts of stuff. Oh, I wish I lived closer to come to the event. I wish you did too. You know, I think the furthest we had, someone came from California, someone flew in, because she was like, I had the vacation days and I came in. This is what I want to do on my vacation days. And I'm like, okay, 1, we appreciate that. 2, I need to make sure you have the best time ever. And she told me at the end that she had a blast. So that is really fun. And you get to make a lot of friends with other sorority sisters, and it's a blast. San Antonio is a great city. It makes a great sewing getaway. I know, Barbara Jones, we have so much fun. They've got, what is it? I'm trying to remember what it's called. The River Walk. Have you been to the River Walk? It's fun. It's fun. You know, there's places to eat on it. It's really cool. There's a bunch of ducks. I had a blast. Did you say it online? Did I say that it was live online? We put it on our Facebook group, but I hadn't set it on like a show yet. So you guys are some of the first to know, other than AllBrands behind the scenes, because they know everything first. Just got a serger from y'all. Love it. Carol, I'm so glad. Oh, I love that. I love Jerry. I know he's so good. Jerry Granada. He is fantastic. Jerry came to Morris to show the Aveneer. Yeah, I made sure we got Jerry. Jerry and Jane, I was like, I need them because they're fantastic. The educators are all great. I really like Jerry's classes. I know. I'm so excited. So I feel like we pulled one out of a hat to get not only Jerry Granada, Jane Olson, but to have Barbara Goldcorn. Like, I'm geeking out. And then I had some of the store employees call me today and be like, hey, so if we take shifts and it's not too busy, can we sit in some of the classes? And I was like, guys, if it's not busy, I encourage you to sit in the classes, because these are some of the most amazing educators. So I'm very, very excited. So very, very cool. Zoom classes would be great. I know. Sign up. Let's see. I signed up as a member and I'm learning so much from you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I am a card in those membership ones because it's less people. So I feel like we get to play around more. But anyways, all right, guys, I had a lot of fun. The membership channel knows I was snowed in there for a little bit. And so this is my first adventure. And I'm like, I'm in the real world again. From being snowed in Louisiana, I had 6 inches of snow. I don't know what to do with that. We're good now. We're safe. We can drive on the roads again. We're not equipped for that kind of thing in Louisiana. So thank you, guys. Oh, before we do that, Lauren, should we give away a $25 AllBrands gift card? Guys, if you haven't already, put in hashtag AllBrands in the chat right now. Hashtag AllBrands in the chat. And that way it can enter you into that $25 AllBrands gift card. Lauren, let's bring up that gift card. Or I guess the giveaway. Thank you, Lauren. All right, hashtag AllBrands. All right, there we go. Let's see. Who's it gonna be? Beth Small! Congratulations, Beth Small. You just won a $25 AllBrands gift card. Beth, please email events@allbrands.com with your name, number, and address to claim your $25 AllBrands gift card. Again, that is events with an S at allbrands.com to claim your $25 e-gift card. Congratulations. I'm seeing all of y'all telling her congratulations. Oh, I love it. All right, guys. So I'm actually going to go pre-film for Saturday's show, and I've got some pretty fun things up my sleeve. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and doing some edge-to-edge quilting. That was so much fun. Again, I actually finished my quilts because of it, because not only does it do a great job on the front, it does a great job on the back. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Leave in the comments what you would like next show to be, because I love y'all's advice. Someone said edge to edge last week, and you were so right. So thank you so much. Leave me in the comments what you guys would like the show to be, and I'd be happy to do that. All right, y'all have a good night. Bye, y'all.